Hey traders, welcome back to the FXC YouTube channel. Hope everyone is good today. I didn't plan to do a video today, but saw some really interesting things on the chart, so I figured I'd do a quick update. So let's get into the analysis and let me explain. So first off, starting with DXY, so we pulled back over 50% of the daily leg. We did have a few aggressive pushes down, but ultimately we failed to break the lows and continue further to the downside. Instead, we started to push up aggressively to the upside. You can see we started to break structure here, so we created a not really, but it is a change of character in my eyes. Started to break structure here, and as I was preparing this, or preparing my chart, DXY was way down here and it was struggling to break above. So I said I wanted to see a break, but since then it just pushed up above it like crazy. So it is continuing higher now, so obviously we want to see it close, and we want to see how far it can continue, because it is currently in a 4-hour supply. It could react off the supply somewhere in it and then just come right back down, but knowing that, I mean, we do have the Fed increasing the interest rates tomorrow, and we're expecting dollar to become stronger, whether it's today or tomorrow. I was expecting a reversal anyways, but when I look at the charts now, it looks like we already had the early signs of reversal. May not continue up, break the highs today, and tomorrow we'll probably see a lot of volatility in the market, whipsaws both ways, sweeping highs and lows, but ultimately dollar should push to the upside, because the dollar should be stronger after the interest rates are raised 75 points. If we go to EU, so for EU, so you can see on the daily leg, we barely missed the 50%. It was just below it, but close enough. We failed to break supply, so we did come up and wicked above it once, but since then we failed to break above it and close above it. And we already broke the 4-hour range here, and we're continuing to push down even further. Man, it looks like we may even break this candle as well. Oh, and my TP must have just hit. Oh, that's awesome. I can show you my trade later. I mean, at the same time, all of this could just be inducement, and I mean, we could see an aggressive reversal and strong push to the upside. But like I said with DXY, I mean, knowing that we're expecting a reversal anyways, I'm not surprised that we start to see signs of reversal a little early. I believe even for the ECB, before it was official, well, obviously before it was official, because it was EU was pushing up a couple weeks before the interest rates were even raised, and we did push up a little higher, but ultimately we failed to have that continuation to the upside. If we look on the 15-minute, so on the 15-minute, apologies, my chart's a little dirty, But what happened today? So during Asia, we had a strong push up, failed to break supply. Thereafter, starting to push down. At Frankfurt Open, you can see we broke below the trading range, and this for me was a structure point. So when I saw that, at first I was thinking, it's just a sweep. But then when it did a pullback and then came down and broke even lower, I was quite confident to look for shorts, because I was thinking the price could just start melting down, and eventually it did. But anyways, what else was I gonna say? You can see it broke this range, it broke this range, where EU's at risk of breaking this range as well, and then that's ultimately the entire structure. Like I said with Dixie, it could all just be inducement and then suddenly reverse and push the moon. But honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen. It may reverse and pull back, but looking at the way it came down, I'm not so sure it's gonna have a full-blown reversal and go up and break the highs at this point. And like I said, tomorrow is the increase of the interest rates for the dollar. And we're expecting the dollar to gain strength and EU to start pushing down again. So we're expecting a reversal regardless. So anyways, this is a huge change. Like I said, it's going to give us new opportunities now to start looking for shorts instead of focusing mainly on longs. It would have happened anyways from tomorrow, but we kind of got our early bird discount today. And if I just show you really quick my trade I took, so I need to go down on the 1 minute so you can see it. So it's up here. So what had happened is, like I said, we had that sweep and then we had that pullback, and then one more push down, breaking the entire range, and then we had an aggressive pullback. And I had this 15-minute zone marked, but I didn't have this 5-minute doji marked, and it tapped right into that and reversed off that. So because I didn't have it marked, I thought it was reversing in the middle of nowhere, so I didn't take the trade and didn't look for a continuation trade. Because like I said, I honestly thought it was reversing in the middle of nowhere. Let me show you the 5-minute doji. It's like a very clean one. So you can see perfect doji right before the expansion to the downside. So a lot of liquidity being built in this doji, and you can see it on the 1 minute as well. Yeah, so price just moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, until ultimately we start to expand to the downside. So I completely missed that, and then when it came down, broke the lows again, I said, okay, it's probably going to go to a flip zone or something, give me one more chance to enter, and sure enough it did. But unfortunately it didn't reach the flip zone. It hit some other zone, and I guess it could, if we use this candle, it could be a flip zone. But I didn't really like it so much. I didn't think it looked near as clean as this one. So I actually entered with less risk, but I got a decent entry. After we got the reaction, the lower time frame chalk, the pullback, I saw the immediate push down. There was like a 5-second last point of demand break. So you can see last point of demand was right here, And once it broke through that, my trade was already set in Trade Assistant. I just clicked the sell stop button, and it like almost instantly got tapped in and then pushed right through. And then you can see had quite an aggressive push down, pulled back a little or consolidating a little to power the next drive to the downside. And I'm gonna go back to the 1 minute because I don't even know how far prices come down now. Oh, but it came all the way down to the extreme. Came all the way down to the extreme, and now we're starting to show some signs of strength. So potentially this just could be a reaction, and we could see after some liquidity building another push to the downside, breaking the lows, or it may come down for a pullback, demand holds, pushes back up, breaks the highs again, and then after that it'll probably be safe to look for longs. The only thing, like I said before, I don't know how far those longs are going to take you, because yeah, I really don't know how far those longs are going to take you, because the aggressive nature of this push down, I don't think it's going to go to the moon from here. I think it may come back to, you know, maybe one of these intermediate zones. There's a very nice wick right there. That maybe it'll target before reversing back to the downside, or maybe even come back to the lower end of the range where the expansion started. So that's always an option as well. So the expansion started right from here. So yeah, there's a chance it could go all the way back up here as well. I'm just curious. Do we have any, like, yeah. And sure enough, we have another 5-minute doji in the middle, right before the expansion to the downside. So yeah, we just have to watch how this next pullback interacts with demand. We can use this as a lower time frame demand. See if it makes it to it first, and if it does make it to it, see the reaction off of it. If it holds and then pushes up and breaks the highs again, assuming this is a high, then definitely it would be safe to start looking for longs at that point. But just be careful. I mean, that with such an aggressive move, I mean, even we may get a lot of fake outs, fake chalks, stuff like that, and then suddenly the price just melts again. But anyways, that's more or less it for me. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update because it's slightly different than what I envisioned. Well, ultimately I was expecting the price to start coming down from Wednesday, but it's as if like we like I said before, we got our early bird sale. If you're able to get into any of these shorts, the short opportunity here or the pullback here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts about whether you just started the reversal and whether it's just gonna start melting to the downside from here on out. Drop a comment below, and if you found value in this video, Please be sure to like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.